I mean, it's
Mhm.
uncomfortable for me sometimes to say, where are the gaps? Where am I not operating at a 10 in my work or in my life? And where, what's my opportunity for improvement? And that's why I think it's so important that leaders find a coach,
Mhm.
whether paid or someone who you admire who can play that role. Have someone who sees more in you than you see in yourself, that can help you move forward in ways that are important to you, who will ask you those tough questions so that you can begin to get clarity on what steps you need to take. I think that's so important.
Yeah, and you talk about it, and I love it, like flow state, but you call it the honey flow state as an optimal state of focus. What can leaders do? And I'm going to use a word that most leaders aren't. What can they do to be proactive to create environments
Oh,
for themselves and their teams?
oh, thank you for this question. Love this question.
Yeah.
Let's talk about them first. And you said it best. We have to work at getting into that flow state, or as you say, we call it the honey flow state because of the book concepts. We got to work at it. For example, when I really want to focus, Jason, I've got it blocked out on my calendar. Typically, I put my phone on airplane mode. I actually will open a candle. I just got a lid on. I open a candle so a certain smell starts to permeate the room. Put my playlist on a certain playlist with no words because I don't want words because then I'll start singing to the songs and all that.
Right, right.
I sit somewhere else. I know your listeners are going, this guy's weird, but I'll actually sit somewhere else in my office and
Hmm.
doing all of those things, I can just feel myself kind of getting into that. So then every time I want to focus, if I start moving to that, if I start, yeah, and I start hearing, I'm like, oh yeah, this is my time when I focus. And so I think that's what we can do for ourselves is create the environment where you can focus. If you can't focus in the physical environment you're in, go somewhere else. Find somewhere that
Hmm.
you can and consistently go there. As a leader of a team, I think you got to think about what's going to help my team to be able to focus. Is it, setting expectations for Slack messages? Okay. How soon should we respond to those or any inter-team messages? I think it's, can we set a half day on Friday or some day where we're not going to have meetings?